Welcome everybody to TacosandGeeks.com. Justin here, and today we are going to be reviewing Bright Memory Infinite Gold Edition for the Nintendo Switch. As always, I give you a brief synopsis. So here we go. Bright Memory Infinite, the high-octane, visually stunning first-person shooter made by indie developer FYQD Studio and published by PLAYISM, has landed on the battlefield of Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch. Shoot and slash and fast-paced acrobatic combat, deploying ferocious firearms, crisp sword skills, psychic powers, and to perform skillful combos square off against futuristic soldiers, beasts from Chinese mythology, and gigantic bosses that test the special agent's Shelia's skills as she searches for the truth behind a bizarre black hole. And I am so impressed. And this, as always, has been recorded. Gameplay footage was taken from my Nintendo Switch Lite. So everything you see here is exactly how it looks in handheld mode and on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm not going to talk about the graphics yet. I'm going to talk a little bit about the gameplay. But as you can see here, this game looks absolutely gorgeous on the Switch Lite. It looks great. I love the aesthetics of this one. This was such a beautiful game to behold. It ran very well, but we're going to talk a little bit first about the gameplay here, because this is a first-person shooting action game. And man, I got a lot of things to talk about this one. I enjoyed the hell out of this. This was, for me, this was a surprise on just to not only have this a game like this. I know we have other first-person shooters on the Switch, but this one for me really stood out because it is a first-person shooter, but it has a lot of combat mechanics here. You have various ways of taking down your enemies. Obviously, you have your guns for the first-person shooter, but what you also have, you have different elements to it. You also have ninja-type, samurai-type skills using your sword. You can actually deflect your bullets with your sword. There's a lot of defensive gameplay in this game, which I thought was really, really good to see. You get to block by pressing the R button, as you can see there with the melee attack, and then you can actually launch your opponent in the air and do lethal combos with it. And not only add to that, you have RPG type of elements as well. As the game progresses, you get to earn points to upgrade your skill set. There's psychic powers that you get to use as well, where you can just basically toss your opponent into the air and do air combos such as that as well. You can pull them towards you. You have various weapon modifications where you have different modes for your weapon. Boss battles are really great. I enjoyed the hell out of this. There's so much strategy to it. Some bosses that you have to, bullets don't work on them because they can deflect bullets just like this guy here. Some bosses you really just have to do with the sword hand-to-hand combat, and the sword and the fighting in the way you can just switch up different play styles, from either using your psychic powers, as you just saw me doing, to a melee attack and then go straight to the gun. It's great, and I really did enjoy it because you get to really figure out various ways how to tackle each type of enemy. Had a blast playing this. This was such a good game. It's amazing that this, I believe, you could correct me wrong in the comment section, this was done by one person. This is like a one dev team. And I thought it was just an excellent way. Just the story, even the story. Shelia is a cool, badass character. Not much is really explored on her backstory when it comes to the story. Story was a little bit light, but I really did enjoy it. Now, as far as the graphics go, like I said, this game is beautiful. This is probably, even on the handheld, I didn't have any frame rate drops. It run very well. Yeah, there might be a little bit compared to the PS5 and Xbox Series X. You might not get that really high definition detail compared to my Switch Lite. But even on the Switch Lite, as you can see from the gameplay footage, the game looks great, man. It runs great. I had no hiccups. It's just a very gorgeous game to do and to play with. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I had no frame rate issue problems. I love the way the lighting is, the tone, everything is placed very well. The battle, the blood, the really great environments. I know I'm just keep showing you the boss battle, but it's some really great environments as you progress later on in the game. Cutscenes look great for the Switch Lite, and I thought it was really good. Final thoughts, I'm definitely going to say this is a must get. I enjoyed the hell out of Bright Memory Infinite. Yes, this game came out a while ago on the Steam, but this one has all the upgrades, all the new outfits, weapons, all the mechanics. So this is a complete game in its entirety in the way the developer envisioned it. And I can't stress this enough. It is a really good game. It only downside is it is short. It's probably going to take you a bit, probably if you really run through it. It's going to probably take you a good probably 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours depending. But I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's still a fun game and it's a fair price. So I definitely will recommend this. I'm gonna give this a very rare A-. This was a really good game. I really enjoyed the hell of it. This is Justin from tacosandgeeks.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and most importantly, visit ONG. Peace. Later days.